I'd like to share a passage from my book, Freedom from Suffering. This is from the chapter, The Biggest Challenge with Mindfulness. The present moment is often described as the source of true freedom, peace, and joy. In the times when we are fully present, we often taste the truth of this statement and feel the joy that presence can bring. Yet, if the present moment really is the domain of peace and freedom, why do most of us have such a difficult time being in the present moment? Why is it so difficult to just stay here? Why do we seem to always find ways to escape or distract ourselves from being present? Why are our minds always seeking to be somewhere else? Why do we so easily lose ourselves in thought? Mindfulness helps us touch the beauty and joy that is available to us in the present moment. However, it's important to recognize that the present moment isn't always joyful. The present moment includes both pleasure and pain, and it's often the experience of pain, or the fear of pain and resistance to it, that causes many of us to try to escape the present moment. When we stop distracting ourselves and start practicing mindfulness, we bring our attention to many things that we have been ignoring or avoiding within ourselves. We come face to face with our anxiety, our fear, our sadness, our loneliness, our anger, our desire, our insecurity, our judgment, our shame, our guilt, our pain. Our typical way of relating to pain is by quickly trying to alleviate it, fix it, avoid it, or escape it. In mindfulness and meditation practice, when we commit to being with what is, it can be especially challenging when what is our pain and suffering, something many people may not even feel comfortable admitting exists within them, let alone allowing themselves to feel deeply. We can easily become overwhelmed by our emotional pain and stress. It can feel too unbearable to sit with, so we resist it, avoid it, or distract ourselves from it. In meditation, this often manifests as difficulty sitting still for more than a few minutes, or an inability to truly be with ourselves as we are. Though we may not allow ourselves to recognize what is happening, essentially, we are resisting some unacknowledged discomfort, pain, or difficult emotion, and so we're unable to be relaxed and at ease. Instead, we seek for something to stimulate and distract us. We reach for our phones, we turn on the television, we eat something for comfort, but all of these are only temporary solutions, and often the vices we use as escapes do us more harm than good. They may distract us for a time, but they do not heal our emotional wounds. They only push them down and repress them into the subconscious, where they come out uncontrollably in times of stress. No matter how many times we try to escape our difficult emotions, they always return because avoidance is not a solution. The true solution lies in transforming them by bringing awareness to the root of our anxiety, fear, sadness, or anger. When we bring mindfulness and compassion to these emotions, we create space for them to heal, to be felt, seen, and understood, allowing them to naturally transform. Have you noticed this tendency in yourself? The tendency to resist discomfort or escape challenging emotions. When you try to sit still and remain present and undistracted, have you noticed that your mind is constantly drifting off to somewhere else? You may even experience deep-rooted anxiety or fear, something felt in the body that your rational mind may not fully comprehend. We often find that we have plenty of energy to check our phones, watch a video, or distract ourselves in other ways, but we struggle to find the energy or courage to turn inward and be present with ourselves, even for just a few minutes. The truth is, we all experience pain. Everyone suffers. Excuse me. Everyone suffers at some level. This doesn't mean that we are always suffering or that life is only suffering. Life holds many wonderful and joyful moments, and at times we may feel very happy. Yet, deep down, each of us carries some form of pain within us. This pain may stem from feelings of loneliness or isolation, from a sense of separation from others or from the world around us. It can arise from the everyday struggles we face, from deeply challenging experiences that have left scars, or from negative thoughts and judgments we hold about ourselves. It may also come from unprocessed emotions we carry within. Whatever the cause, there is often an underlying emptiness or feeling of incompleteness that drives us to seek external sources for happiness or fulfillment. The majority of people turn to consumption to escape the emptiness within. We attempt to fill this void with food, alcohol, drugs, sex, entertainment, and distractions. We reach for our phones, turn on the TV, or scroll endlessly to avoid confronting our pain. But this only keeps us running in circles, offering no real solution. The emptiness we feel is often rooted in a lack of presence, the absence of truly being here now. This disconnection is what leaves us feeling incomplete, disconnected from ourselves and from the world around us. The more we avoid being present, the more this sense of emptiness grows, and the more we reach outward for distractions to fill that void. However, the path to healing and transformation does not lie in these distractions. To truly heal, we must turn inward and embrace the pain and discomfort we've been avoiding. When we do this with loving awareness, we can begin to transform suffering into peace, joy, and freedom. Mindfulness is the tool that allows us to do this. Mindfulness invites us, first of all, to pause, to stop running from ourselves and stop trying to escape this moment. It calls us to simply be with ourselves, just as we are, with all our anxious thoughts, emotional turmoil, pain, and imperfections. Once we stop and listen to what's happening within, deeper emotions may rise to the surface. And here's where it can feel difficult. When we reconnect with presence, we often first feel all the things we've been avoiding. Often we feel overwhelmed by these emotions, and in fear, we quickly look for distractions. This tendency to avoid discomfort is why so many people suffer, why many live with psychological stress and hold tension in their bodies. We struggle to relax and be with ourselves. We cannot bear the emptiness we feel inside, so we try to fill it with endless consumption. We consume all kinds of media, food, entertainment, and material goods, and if we don't slow down soon, we will end up consuming all of our natural resources. This inner turmoil is present in every human being. Humanity as a whole suffers psychologically, and our internal struggles manifest outwardly in actions that harm both ourselves and the natural world. When our minds are consumed with greed, fear, lust, violence, or destructiveness, our actions become disharmonious. To heal the planet, we must first heal our minds and the suffering within us. This healing must begin at the individual level. Each of us must heal the pain within and transform it into peace so we can live in harmony with the world. With this understanding, we see that mindfulness is so much more than just a practice for calming our anxiety or helping us focus better. It's a practical tool for helping us heal our minds so we can live in peace both within ourselves and in the world. So again, that's from my book, Freedom from Suffering, where I go very deep into the Buddha's teachings on suffering, what it is, what causes it, and how we can transform it so that we can experience real happiness, peace, and freedom within ourselves for our own benefit and for the benefit of all beings. Because all of the problems that we face in the world today are the result of the actions of human beings. And all of our actions stem from our minds. So, really, the root problems that we face collectively are not economic or political or social or environmental, they are psychological. It is a crisis in consciousness that we are facing. And we need to wake up, transform our minds, heal our minds, so that we can experience peace within ourselves and manifest this in the world. That's my focus and my mission with Conscious Collective and really everything that I do. And the most recent iteration is through this book, Freedom from Suffering. So it's available as a paperback and as an ebook if you're interested in learning more.